Hi NFI, it's Friday, April 18th. You might remember that at the beginning of the year, one of my resolutions was to read more books. And I'd like to say it's going splendidly. I think I'm up to 15 or 16, and it's not bad for being only January to mid-April and having classes and non-fun things to read. I do have some books with me at school, not many. I have about 20. So I figured I would limit myself and only talk about the books I have here. You should know that this video was cut down from over 25 minutes of footage to 4 minutes. The last thing I read was Pink Think. If you're interested in the history of femininity in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, Pink Think is for you. Another book I read this year was The Girls by Lori Lanson. It's written from the perspective of a set of conjoined craniopagus twins. They're conjoined at the head. And the characters are so real that you think of them as existing in the real world. Harry Potter. What can I say about Harry Potter? Yes, this is a British edition. I was in London for the Harry Potter release, and it was amazing. You're all jealous of me. What can I say about Harry Potter? Not much. I love it a lot. My favorite book, possibly ever, Pride and Prejudice. This is such a banged up copy. I think I've had this from junior year of high school. I have probably read about 10 times. Look how banged up that is. I like to call it well loved. It's amazing. It is one of my favorites. I don't really have the language to talk about why it's my favorite. But this book is ridiculous. It's so dirty. Dear God, what did I do to this thing? And of course, for those of you who are wondering, my personal favorite adaptation is, of course, the 1995 adaptation with Colin Firth and Jennifer Aniston. Another one of my all-time favorites, The Time Traveler's Wife, Audrey Niffenegger. This book is just superb. And of course, you know they're making a movie out of it with Rachel McAdams and Eric Bana, which, you know, Eric Bana, cool dude, but he's no Henry DeTamble. Time Traveler Henry, he has a genetic thing which makes him travel randomly backwards and forwards in time, and he can't stop it. He meets his wife when he is 36 and she is 6, and they get married when she's 22 and he's 30. It is incredibly amazing, and the amount of plotting alone it takes to make this book work, let alone the characters and how affecting they are, it's a piece of art. This is hands down one of my favorite books. The lovely Sarah Vowell, Assassination Vacation. You know I'm a history nerd, I'm a history major. This book is by the amazing Sarah Vowell, who's a contributor to This American Life. Side note, I saw Ira Glass give a talk at the Wharton Center here a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing, and I was because This American Life, like, nerd, glee. This book is all about her traveling through Americana and American history with an amazing sense of humor. It is the best history lesson on presidential assassinations you will ever get, and it's funny as hell. Sarah Vowell is so incredibly talented with words and weaving history with pop culture and present day to past. I just want to drool all over this book because it's so good. I'm sharing this next book because it's a huge guilty pleasure of mine. And I feel like a discussion of books that I love wouldn't be complete without one of the cheesy things that I read. Yeah, I have a copy of Twilight. It's really, really hilarious and mostly unintentionally so. They're poorly written. I mean, the story is in turns hilarious and boring. 600 pages, and I would say there's no plot until the last 100. And right now I'm doing what I didn't want to be doing. I'm defending my reading of these books. On that note, I will see you all next week. Don't forget to be awesome, and go out and enjoy the warm weather if you've got some.